Hi, I'm Matthew Ballance. I'm the chair of the Portable Test and Stimulus Working Group from Accellera, and I'm here to tell you a little bit more about the standard, how it's being adopted in industry, and what's coming in the next release. PSS exists to provide a single source of truth for the test content that we use for verifying primarily digital designs today. If you think about it, the complexity of our designs today mean that you verify across a wide variety of platforms, each of which have very different characteristics in terms of the languages that we use for verification. And today, this leads to a lot of recreation of test content, and that's both wasteful in terms of time, and it also has a lot of risk of introducing bugs into the test content. TSS provides a single source of truth that we can reuse across those platforms, avoiding potentially introducing bugs and also saving a lot of time through the process. Yes, we're actually seeing quite a growth in the deployment of PSS, and this is both from the user side and from the tool vendor side. We're seeing vendors large and small introducing tools that either directly work on PSS or take PSS as an input or produce it as an output. And from the user side, we're seeing quite an uptake in terms of deployment. And this has certainly been the case over the past 4 years. Yeah, every release of the standard, there's sort of the baseline work that we do, and this is in terms of the language itself. And there are really 3 areas that I think of in every iteration of the standard. There are sort of major new features, and 3.0 introduced one of these, which is our behavioral coverage feature. You can sort of think of it as system Verilog assertions at a much higher level. In addition to these main primary features, big new things, we're always adding enhancements to existing features. So these are smaller incremental changes to existing features in the language that make the language easier to use, make it more efficient to model a certain aspect of the language or something else like that. In addition, we're always improving the language, removing typos from the spec, clarifying ambiguities, and otherwise just improving the spec overall. And we continue to do that with 3.1 as well. In addition, as we get more deployment of PSS, as more people are interested in it, we're branching into 2 new areas as well, one of which is providing more educational resources. If you've been to a conference like DVCon, you've probably seen a tutorial from the Accellera working group. We're also starting to work on more resources that are available online all the time, educational videos, material that anyone can access. If you think about languages like System Verilog, it really was the methodology and the libraries that help to build the ecosystem and make it sort of the obvious choice to deploy. And the working group is looking into this area as well, how we develop methodology and libraries to really broaden the ecosystem and adoption and reach of PSS. Deployment, adoption of PSS obviously is going to start with education, and you can start on that process today. The Accellera.org site has resources that you can use from previous DVCon conferences. You can learn about PSS that way. But in addition, the working group is working on some educational resources that you can also take advantage of. So no matter why you're interested in PSS and the stage at which you're in, there are ways that you can get involved. Accellera has a forum for PSS. Get on the forum, you can ask questions, interact with others. I've mentioned the Accellera.org site where you can find presentations, videos from previous DVCons. You can learn that way. Now, if you want to dig a little deeper, if you want to maybe influence the language, whether you're a user, potential user, or a tool vendor, get involved with the working group. You can learn that way, you can interact with the community, and you have a way to influence the direction of the language to make sure it caters to your specific needs. Thank you for watching, and I hope you follow the progress of PSS 3.1.